Hello, everyone. Murphy Daily here on Written by Murphy. Happy Father's Day. I was thinking about fathers and thinking about what I might want to talk to you about today. Oh, if you are live, please type a 1 and let me know that you're here. I'd love to see that people are watching. And if you're catching the replay, type replay or make a comment. Put 2 in the comments so I know that you're watching. So with it being Father's Day, I was thinking about dads in books. You know, there's a lot of books about people who are orphans. There's just a ton of books about people who are orphans. So I was thinking about what kind of dads are there in books? Now I have one that immediately sprung to mind as being the best dad in a book ever, and I'll talk about that at the end. But first, I want to talk about dads who aren't so great. A couple of years ago, prior to going to Yellowstone National Park with my daughter, I thought I would tell her about the middle of the country and homesteading. That was part of what that culture was, the beginning of America, homesteading. And of course, we picked out a book from the library in the series of Little House on the Prairie. And I was reading that to her. She wasn't terribly, gosh, that was like 3 years ago. She wasn't that interested in the book. I don't know, but we were reading it, and it struck me, reading this book as an adult, what a jerk her dad was. Oh my gosh. It seemed like every other season they were off like, oh, I don't like this place where we settled. Let's go somewhere new. And I thought, you've got to be kidding me. Who is this joker who wants to rip up roots all the time and go live somewhere else? And he was not terribly concerned about all the work that it would be for his family of daughters and his wife. He seemed to be an incredibly irresponsible father. It makes for a good story because they had a lot of adventures. Oh, someone's watching. Hi, Anne. Hey, Anne. It makes for a good story. But he was, I would have left him. I am sorry. I would have left him by the side of the highway saying, we have some children. There is a lot that you are putting us in danger, and I can't deal with this. So the dad on Little House on the Prairie, he sure was a prominent dad, but he was not somebody that I can really admire as a father. So then I was thinking about, well, who else is a dad in books? And I thought about Pride and Prejudice. Elizabeth Bennet had a lovely relationship with her dad. I don't see these comments, unfortunately. Elizabeth Bennet had a great relationship with her dad. He had nothing but daughters, and the mother figured prominently because she was apparently one of the reasons that Darcy didn't think that Elizabeth was an appropriate person, or her sister was not an appropriate person for Bingham to marry, because they were a low-class family. But she had a great relationship with her dad, and her dad thought she was very smart, but her dad didn't really do much to make their lives easier. Thank you, Anne. I washed my hair this morning, so I'm feeling extra shiny. So this father wasn't terribly powerful. He was kind of like, what am I supposed to do with these women? And he mostly hid, and he told Elizabeth she had sense. Okay, Elizabeth had sense, but apparently none of the other children had sense, so that's not the model of fatherly behavior. And I just think, man, what other books are there that had a dad? There seems to be fathers that are missing. Oh, I forgot. Little Women. They talk about their father all the time. He was, oh, lovely father. When will father be back? Oh, Marmee, where is father? Where is father, by the way? What the heck was he doing? And they're all like, we're going to knit and darn our socks and be all poverty-stricken with Little Women. and somehow get married with the absence of a father to help make this happen. So, okay, Dad, come on back anytime, wherever you're going. I forgot where he went, to war or to missionize something, I don't know. So he was a beloved father, but he was very gone. But the father of all fathers, the greatest dad, is in To Kill a Mockingbird. So Scout had a great dad. He took care of her. Now, granted, he was the one who held the line on what was right for the whole community. The story takes place when everyone is very poor, and he doesn't always take, he doesn't take money. He takes clients as a lawyer and will take what people can pay, and they can pay in form of chicken eggs instead of money. So they didn't have a lot of money, but she didn't seem to be like doing too bad. Scout was okay. And she learned from him how you're supposed to be kind and generous and supportive of the community. So yeah, I forget the name of him in the character. I'm so bad with names. I forget the name of him in the book, but Gregory Peck in the movie, he was the best dad ever. So To Kill a Mockingbird gives us a great example of a dad in a library of mostly missing fathers. I'd love to know if any of you can tell me of a father in a book that you really admire. Do we have any fathers out there in the books that showed up? That would be cool. Or maybe a particular story about how people survived with the lack of fathers. Books have so many orphans, so many missing parents altogether. But that's what I'm thinking about. Dads don't make a great showing in books. So I'd love to hear what your thoughts are. Let's continue the conversation. Leave me in the comments your favorite book father. And you know what? I'll open it up. Movies. Tell me who you think is a great father example. Fictional fathers. All right. Let me know.